welcome back. I think this thing's recording anyway. It's a kind of a hazy afternoon in the Pacific Northwest, New Holland. Hopefully this mic's picking up my audio. Forget the wind muff on it, so the wind might be affecting my audio reception. I'm going to go over to, let's see, I think in Toccola again. Just trying to go to the ATM. See what the day holds for a short ride. Turn my GPS on my Garmin. Looks like it's working okay. So it's a bit of an incline here, but it's not so bad. Yeah, I'll make it. This is a kind of an infamous site for illegal dumping, like that side of the road here. And of course the city just picking it up. People don't want to pay the transportation fees, the transfer station fees, excuse me, for dumping their garbage. Refuse. It's kind of a cold morning this morning. I think it was like 35 degrees. Kind of a balmy 42, 41 degrees right now. As you can see, it's kind of a diffused sunlight trying to break through the clouds here. But it's dry, so I don't have a problem with that. Beautiful day. Let's go for a ride. Come with me. Okay, we're clear here. Good thing about these Seattle neighborhoods is that's some pretty wide paths. You know, really only need 3 feet of space. But fortunately, there's still more motorists that don't take too kindly towards bicyclists. If you think about it, we're gonna saving lives here by not contributing to pollution. Big loud beeping here. Site processing asphalt gravel. Oh, there's somebody welding out there. Nasty work. Definitely skills. Alright, there's somebody behind me. Thank you. Make a left here. There we go. Alright, made it. Okay. Shot some quite a bit of glass here. roadside. Coming up on Highway 599 here. To my right is southbound. To my left is north or northwest. Alright, I'm gonna navigate through here. Gave me away. And here I am. My usual right here. Whew, it's cold. Glad I'm going my balaclava. Metalworks on the left side there. We came from over there. I got a bit of a headwind here. Airline office here. Okay. We're about 14 clicks. Not gonna win any races. So. That wind, although it's mild, gives you a chill. Definitely need your winter gear, your bicycling. January. Power station here. Okay, I'm also testing this DJI mini mic. Hoping the audio is coming through okay. Cruising along there. Today is, what is today? January 10th, Saturday. It's my first full ray out in January. On my bike, and to my left is the Duwamish River, tributary to the Puget Sound. somebody dumped a bunch of tires here. Also, it's not cool. Salmon Cove Park there. More tires here. Yeah, if this is a mode of transportation that you choose, if you do choose to live in the Northwest, it's not that bad. Just a couple of months where you're gonna have to dress up warmly. That Nissan was kind, gave me ample room. Right. Little bumps here. Yeah. This is kind of a big post office hub on the left. I think they're in kind of dire straits for help, especially during the holidays. That kind of work is not for the meek and frail. Actually did work. For let's see, a big warehouse out of Auburn, Washington, for FedEx. And that was very interesting and very tiring work. It's a difficult and hard job to do. And I was like 51 or 52 years old back then, 10 years ago. And, even back then, when I was kind of stronger, was not an easy job. Find yourself wrestling 150-pound kind of boxes by yourself. I remember the drivers, the FedEx drivers were complaining, especially on those, you see them on commercials, the Chewy boxes for dog food. They'd kind of curse and say, "Chewy boxes again." Yeah, it was really funny. All I could do is just stack them and oh, I'm sorry, man. That's what it is. But fortunately, you're not working by yourself. There's other people that can assist. Hello. Assist on team lifts. But even then, some of them are very heavy, and sometimes I recall, although that was a while ago, it's kind of a risk that you take as a buyer. Whoop, there's some erosion here. What risk could you take if you buy a big screen TV? Because you know, obviously those things are not light, number one. Number two, they're big. And number three, a lot of the drivers and the warehouse folks, a lot of times they're tired, man. Although you know, they know that it's fragile, they can get handled, I'm gonna say less than a fragile attention. But you know, it's not so bad. They still make their destination. They're typically well packaged, phone backing and support. So, alright, well, we're cruising right along here. Taking a peek at this mini mic, make sure it didn't fall off. Keep riding here. So you can see the river is pretty swollen here. Still swollen. We haven't had any big downpours. Still pretty swollen up to the banks. I think there's a pathway there. Might have a peak on the way back. But I saw a dock. Okay. Nobody there. So we're good. Bump. Yeah, the sign of spring is starting to want to show up in some branches here. Nature's really amazing. Oh, going back to the package delivery topic, I also worked for a bit as an assistant to a driver with UPS. Also, that lasted not very long either. That's when I was actually delivering packages alongside a truck driver. And that was fun. There were a couple of episodes where I slipped on snowy steps, but it wasn't too bad. Not bad at all. You know, I didn't pay a lot of money either, contrasted to the type of work you do. And really, if you think about it, it should. Because it's the type of job that most Americans will not take. I say most, not, you know, obviously I was working alongside younger guys that are Caucasian, and they do a stellar job. In fact, the driver whom I was meeting to ride with, I think his home was up in Skyway or something like that. He's a nice guy, tall and lean, of course. Well, not all of them are lean, but this driver was. And he had a German Shepherd whom he rescued. Can't remember his name, but it's a very friendly dog. Anyway, yeah, kudos to, if you're watching this and you work for FedEx, UPS, USPS even, my hat's off to you. You are an amazingly hard worker, and you deserve every word of praise you can get. Especially, I know that FedEx or even Amazon drivers, they're not actually employees of the company. They're contracted out to an independent courier service or something like that, or a company. So I'm pretty sure they'll still get benefits, but if you think about it, oh, some geese here. Hi guys, Happy New Year. If you think about it, that's kind of not fair, especially with all the billions and billions. I sound like a politician. All the money CEOs and companies make. But that's just the nature of capitalism. You know, that's the way it is, as they say. Alright, I'm starting to get close to my destination here. I hope this message finds you well in 2026, and have a great rest of your January. Cheers, and be safe. Take some time to ride, exercise. Because your health is precious, and it's not something you can ignore for a long time.